Goldman Sachs is the leader in investment banking and markets. Extraordinary people. They work hard every day to serve our clients, and the relative performance in that business has been fantastic.
Goldman Sachs offers a variety of investment banking, investment management, and securities services. Teams operating across several functions provide these services. Provides investment management services for a variety of institutional and individual customers across all major asset classes. Goldman Sachs has a new CEO, and the illustrious investment firm is undergoing change. The Wall Street Bank is shifting its focus away from once profitable but now slowing high-risk activities like trading and towards more reliable industries like consumer lending. Why did the 150-year-old financial bank Goldman Sachs try to access credit cards and checking accounts? This was an urgent chance for us, but we didn't take advantage of it properly. How, however, did Goldman Sachs fail at that? Let's check into it. The origins of Goldman's foray into consumer banking can be traced back to the financial crisis. In fact, during that time period, between 2008 and 2009, Morgan Stanley actually changed their legal status to that of a bank holding company. By doing so, they were subject to FED regulation and would have the opportunity to regain FDIC holdings, which fundamentally altered the way that the industry operated. In 2018, David Solomon was appointed CEO of Goldman Sachs. David Solomon felt strongly that those businesses should all be in the same division because they all serve the individual. Still, they continued to plow along and ignore his wishes. So one of the first things he decided to do is he decides to take the business which had been sheltered, he decides to put it inside Investment Management Division and Private Wealth Management. These are hugely mature at-scale businesses which have a lot of different concerns and interests than Marcus. So David Solomon felt strongly that those businesses should all be in the same division. Goldman Sachs, a leader in investment banking, introduced a consumer banking division in 2016 that will collect deposits, offer online investing tools, and issue personal and credit card loans. Diversifying Goldman's earnings and strengthening them were the objectives. Despite having a strong investment banking division, Goldman's profitability might fluctuate from year to year, which is why the market does not place a high value on the company. Earnings in the consumer banking sector are often more reliable and fetch greater market multiples. However, around 6 years after the start of its consumer business, Goldman is changing course and taking a significant step back from its ambitious plans for consumer banking, which have somewhat backfired. What went wrong is listed here. The consumer banking initiatives of Goldman include its numerous credit card collaborations with Apple and General Motors, point-of-sale financing through its acquisition of Green Sky, and its online investing platform, Marcus, which takes deposits. The firm appeared promising for many years, rapidly increasing loans and dramatically increasing deposits. When tech values were at their peak in September 2021, Goldman paid $2.24 billion for Green Sky, more than a 50% premium to the company's share price. Consumer business revenue was expected to quadruple between 2020 and 2022, but costs were also rising, from $630 million in 2020 to about $1.26 billion through the first 9 months of 2022. Loan losses also continue to rise, forcing Goldman to considerably increase its reserves for credit losses. As credit started to return to normal in 2022, Goldman's credit card losses trailed the sector and were greater than its competitors. During Goldman's fourth quarter results call, an analyst explicitly questioned Solomon about what went wrong with the consumer banking drive. Solomon said, "We attempted to do too much, too rapidly." Solomon also attributed the underwhelming customer performance to the recent escalation of regulatory burdens, which hindered the bank from expanding as much as it would have liked. One of these is the CECL accounting system, which compels banks to record lifetime losses on loans as soon as they appear on the balance sheet and was introduced at the beginning of 2020. Increased credit provisioning is the usual outcome of this, especially on the consumer lending side. I believe we saw we were doing too much early in 2022, which was impacting our execution. I believe that in certain instances, we lack the talent necessary to carry out our plans as we had hoped, Solomon said. In order to speed up corporate operations and reduce risks, Goldman Sachs has been using the capabilities of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML. In 2022, Goldman Sachs is expected to spend $1.7 billion annually on ICT. a significant portion of these funds will be used to pay suppliers for ICT services, software, and hardware. A global financial firm, Goldman Sachs provides a range of investment banking, consumer banking, securities, and investment management services to people, governments, businesses, and financial organizations. Global markets, asset management, investment banking, and consumer and wealth management are the 4 business divisions that make up Goldman Sachs. In the end, Goldman Sachs program. Here is where artificial intelligence technology will alter this firm. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are being used by Goldman Sachs to speed up business procedures and reduce risk. The bank has a thorough cybersecurity policy in place to guard against assaults on its systems, data, and client information. The bank has put in place a structured cybersecurity program that conforms with the financial services sector's cybersecurity profile and the National Institute of Standards and Technology cybersecurity framework. For more than 2 years, Sachs has utilized the internal vision of the Louisa program. The technology looked through a company's personal information and suggested links to people who would likely benefit from working together professionally. Louisa's CEO and creator, Rohan Doctor, stated in a statement, "Think of Louisa as an AI-powered LinkedIn on steroids. We have intelligent profiles on a network, and Louisa connects individuals by reading millions of articles each week from 250 suppliers." According to Doctor, businesses miss out on billions of dollars worth of chances annually just because their employees' networks are constrained. After brokering a significant agreement between Sachs and an insurance company, Doctor had the idea for the platform. He said that the deal's inception was mostly the result of dumb luck. According to Ryan Hammond of Goldman Sachs Research, generative AI may increase business profitability, although the exact amount and timing are yet unknown. Also, to Goldman Sachs analysts, the S&P 500's compound annual growth rate in EPS over the next 20 years would be 5.4% as opposed to the 4.9% that the dividend discount model currently assumes. This is because our economists estimate that the adoption of AI could boost productivity growth by 1.5 percentage points per year over a period of 10 years. This would suggest that the S&P's 500 fair value is 9% greater than it is right now. In the opinion of Goldman Sachs Research, it doesn't seem to be the situation at the moment, at least not at the level of the larger index. Equity risk premium and, over time, EPS growth projections for the S&P index are generally in line with historical averages, which suggests that market confidence over the adoption of AI is not at excessive levels. However, certain stocks, including the biggest AI winners, have values comparable to those of dot-com winners during the dot-com crash. The world is probably going to change as a result of Goldman Sachs' invention. Do you agree? Additionally, this has already significantly altered the firm's investment and expansion strategies. Your comments regarding this video are welcome. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you find it to be informative. To ensure that you don't miss any videos, don't forget to click the bell icon. Up until then, we'll be back with another video.